Hello to you, welcome to Campaign Chronicles. It's our daily update on the French presidential contest. As ever, Elena is back with us here once again on set. 79 days to go until election day, but President Nicolas Sarkozy only has eyes for his German counterpart yesterday, didn't he?
Nicholas and Angela, this time it's serious. That's the headline of the free paper 20 Minutes. That's what Sarkozy famously said when he married Carla Bruni after his previous two wives. This time it's serious. Now they reckon it's serious with Angela. Look at this piece also in The Guardian, which is headlined "The Happy Couple Who Won't Be Honeymooning in Greece." Now, just listen to this. Their eyes met across a room crowded with journalists, the piece says. They spoke of their happy engagement, their mutual admiration, and how they are now as one. The paper reminds us that we followed this story from the very beginning, from September 2010, when the term Merkozy was first coined at that summit in Deauville. Remember that? We saw them walking across the beach famously in TV pictures at the time. There they are, strolling in the sunset, looking very much like a clip there from a romantic film. But here's what Sarkozy had to say about their closeness and their economic policy yesterday.
It doesn't mean copying each other. It means we'll go along the same path. When someone who's your friend and whom you admire tells you she supports your actions, it's a pleasure.
Now, the thing is, for Sarkozy, that meeting wasn't as much about Greece or the euro as it was about his own re-election attempt, and he's trying to enlist Merkel's support, hoping that will help sell his policy programme to the French public. That's gone down well with some people, like conservative newspaper Le Figaro. They headlined today on Merkel and Sarkozy, the anti-Hollande pact, and what they basically say is that while in the past French and German leaders haven't wanted to get involved in each other's domestic politics, now we're in a new era where France and Germany need to have a coherent joint economic and fiscal policy. Otherwise, the euro could collapse. They need to be on the same page. And Hollande, of course, has things in his programme like a 35-hour working week and returning the retirement age to 60, which not even the socialists in Germany would think about doing.
I think I can see a bit of a problem here, though, because some of those things are quite dear to the French hearts, aren't they?
Exactly, and that's why Sarkozy's closeness with Angela Merkel could actually play badly with voters, those who follow the lead of communist paper L'Humanité, that have a front page hit this morning which says Sarkozy, the Chancellor's candidate. They accuse him of blackmailing democracy, him and Merkel, with, of course, the fiscal joint budgetary pact that was signed before Christmas, which gives all Eurozone countries certain fixed financial objectives that they must attain. It restrains public spending and debt, and, of course, for those on the left who want to see perhaps more public spending, or at least not for the French state to be constrained in this kind of way by Europe, this is exactly what's going to put them off voting for Sarkozy. This does, of course, this closeness between the two of them also create a problem for François Hollande, currently the French presidential election frontrunner. Le Monde points this out, that if he is elected in May, he'd be virtually the only socialist leader, virtually the only leader on the left among all of Europe's 27 countries, which might make it difficult for him to work with leaders like Angela Merkel. Here's how he responded to those accusations yesterday.
Mrs. Merkel is perfectly entitled to support Nicolas Sarkozy. I'd say she's taking on a difficult task. It won't be easy to convince the French. The fact that Mr. Sarkozy needs Mrs. Merkel's backing says it all.
And let's be honest, Merkel on, the phrase just doesn't work, does it? How's it all gone down in Germany, though, Elena?
Well, there's an interesting piece in the website Rue 89, where their Berlin correspondent is looking at how Sarkozy is seen from Berlin. And actually, it's not really great reading for him. The conservative paper Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung is not really seeing Sarkozy as Merkel's equal, they say. They sort of describe him as her lapdog, really, saying he just follows all of her initiatives in policy. And there's also a piece in Atlantico saying that basically the so-called German economic model that Sarkozy so badly wants to copy isn't actually very popular in Germany, where Merkel's government isn't terribly popular, and her chance of being voted out at their next election, which isn't until autumn 2013, actually might be quite high. So in trying to make friends with the German socialist counterparts, the SPD, Hollande might actually be doing the right thing.
Elena, thank you very much. That's Elena here, our press reviewer. Also, I think we're going to call her a Campaign Chronicles correspondent. I think that's the right word for it. She'll be back same time tomorrow morning, and Jeannie's back after the weather. John Riffick.